Why, hello there, friends, family, and everything in between. It's Dylan from All Three Universes, and on the left we have Shaka Pinto playing Living End with brand new cards from Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. And on the right we have George Ephelis playing a Thopter Blade, not really playing any cards from Lord of the Rings, Tales of Tales of Middle-earth. But it's still a cool deck. I mean, turn 1, Esper Sentinels, pretty sweet. Shaka leading on a Stomping Ground. Now let's talk about those cards from Lord of the Rings, the new modern set that just released officially last Friday, which today is Wednesday, June 28th. But the cards have been legal since pre-release because of the way that Wizards decided to change everything up on us a couple sets ago. I think with Brothers War was the first time they did that. And it's weird. I don't get the whole pre-release thing if you're just releasing the cards. But I get it. You want to make you want to make it into a spectacle. So yeah, Living End's got some new toys to play with. Notably, it has 2 to 3 new additions. It's got a card called Oliphant, and then a green card and a black card. The Oliphant is the one that's super stock. The green one, which I think is Generous Ent, is also pretty stock. The black one, not so often. Mostly just primarily really because Living End doesn't seem to want to play a black mana base for anything. It's been riding on Teamer Splash Black for Grief, and really you're just I almost said evoking Grief more than anything else, right? So Oliphant, Generous Ent, and the other one all have a cycling ability for their respective basic lands. So Oliphant, Mountain Cycles, which is pretty cool. You just discard one, you discard one, you tap one, discard it to your yard, and then you go search your deck for a mountain. And I'm fairly certain it's not basic. Pretty sure mountain cycling is just go get a mountain from your deck. Yep, search your library for a mountain card, reveal it. So you don't have to worry about just getting basics in your deck. You can go get your Generous Ant can go get you an Overgrown Tomb. Oliphant can go get you Steam Vent, Stomping Grounds, the Kit and Caboodle. Now, game 1 here is going to be a little bit laggy. The program was experiencing some issues and was chugging along, let me tell you. But game 1 is the only problem that we have. So if you don't mind watching a little bit of a picture-in-picture show and listening to my voice, props to you. It does get better, like I said, in game 2. The program wanted to update right before the record happened, and whenever that is the case, the program just wants to be a little grumpy and not actually do anything. Now, other than the cyclers, the deck didn't really pick up anything else. It, unlike most decks in the format, are not attempting to play the One Ring. And I say attempting as if they're doing it poorly. Most decks are doing it very well. The One Ring, we didn't get it on camera this week at all. I tried. He's a great card. The card is really good. Yeah. There's not much else I can really talk about in retrospect of the Ring. There's some other pretty standout cards. I'm a really big fan of Samwise Gamgee, the green-white legendary creature that makes a food whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield. I really enjoy Cauldron Familiar as a card, so I like the fact that cat combo might actually become a thing again. It tickles my heart. And then there's some other good cards. So if you have issues with the Ring and you're wondering if you're in red and you're trying to figure out how to deal with it, Cast Into the Fire is actually a pretty good sideboard spot. Just exiling target artifact. There's other things, it's not, it's better than a Braid in that spot. And it just does things you need to do. If you can't beat the Ring, you need to get rid of the Ring. And it's probably the best exile spell in red for you. You also just, the format has random artifacts that you can hit, too. You can use it on an Amulet of Vigor. You can use it on anything, really, in Colorless Drawn. Mystic Forge, though. I think they're cutting Mystic Forge for the Ring now. Could be wrong. I know Greentron has just, completely revamped. They dropped Karn Liberated to put 4 copies of the Ring in. I think it's 3 copies in the main board, 1 in the sideboard to get off of Karn. But it's like kind of nice knowing that deck is good again. I don't know. Or is it at least like remotely good? Alright, Shaka, going to 3 here. Cycles a Street Wraith, going down to 12. There's that Oliphant card. I saw that in there. It's been exiled. Pitched to a Fury. That's the other thing. They're playing Fury now. Though I don't know if that's stock. That might just be a Shaka thing. Living End is a cool deck. It is not the deck that I was paying the most attention to over the weekend for deck lists. There's so many other cool, to me, cooler things that I was like, that were popping up out of nowhere that I wanted to see. Like, the Lonus combo deck is the most confusing pile of cards I've ever looked at in my life. And if anyone watching this video comes to the shop and you are playing Lonus combo or you want to play Lonus combo, please tell me. I want to put you on camera so bad. I do not know how to commentate your deck because I don't know what's going on. But gosh darn it, I'll learn. Alright, there is a... Oh, what the hell is the name of that card? Is it Ingenious Smith? I should know. I've cast the damn thing. Yeah, Ingenious Smith from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Very good card. Well, not very good, but good card. I like this card a lot, actually. ETB, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And then whenever one or more artifacts enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Ingenious Smith. Ability only triggers once per turn, which is very fair. We don't need a Kappa Cannoneer style effect in Modern. What I do like is, though, it is when an artifact enters the battlefield, so you don't have to cast it. So Stoneforge Mystic putting in something into play, or honestly, even playing like a Razor-Tide Bridge will trigger the Smith, which is cute. I'm here for that. Shaka going to cycle a Striped Riverwinder. I think I had Living End on camera twice this week. Yeah, that was definitely... I was going to say, I feel like that was an accidental decision. Because usually what will happen is I'll, like, want a specific deck or person on camera. Because I think they've got the cool stuff and they want to show it off. And then I'll accidentally double book a different deck, which has happened with Bluetron, like, 4 different times. Where I'm like, yeah, I want to put this person on. And then I'll have Bluetron on 2 or 3 times in a week. But nothing wrong with that. Bluetron is a sweet deck. If any of the Bluetron players are lurking in the video. Alright, Shaka does cycle the Swamp Cycling card. I actually don't know which one the Swamp Cycler is. The microphone is hanging at a perilous angle, and I do not like it. While I look up the Swamp Cycling card, let's talk about Universes Beyond the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth. Tales of Middle-earth. God, this is a long set name. That's awful. How do you feel about the set, folks? Talk to me about these things. Do you like it? Are you happy that we now have Lord of the Rings cards in Magic the Gathering? Are you like me? Somebody who's not particularly a fan of cross-IP stuff. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Khazad-dûm. That is the one that Swamp Cycles. They'll also do other things, obviously, besides Swamp Cycling. So, like, the Troll can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures, so he's, like, Super Menace. The red one, when it attacks, gives +2/+0 to another creature, and that creature gains Trample. And then I think the green one makes a food token. There's a Fury. There's a Germ token. That's a pretty good Germ token. Some Futurama stuff. I'm going to do some Thopter Blade shenanigans. And I think game 1 is going to go to George here. So 2 points will trample over. A point of damage will be done by the Thopter. Fury is not exiled. The Cauldron would kill it in the first strike window. And Game State would send it to the yard before it would get exiled by the trigger. So that'll be game 1 going to George. Game 2, starting with Shaka on the plate. Now, Shaka did have to mulligan, I think, to 4 here, which is not a good position to be in. He was just drawing non-landers, apparently. And it wasn't like, oh, I drew 1 land. Because the deck can actually, like, buy its way out of one lands pretty well, especially now with the land cyclers, the ones that specifically get you lands. But you can't work off of a no land hand unless you maybe have like I don't know 4 Street Wraith and the Luck of a God. But as we were talking about, there's a grief happening. You see 2 Metallic Rebukes, 1 Sword of the Meek, 1 Flusterstorm that's going to get picked here. Talisman of Knowledge, and a Esper Sentinel, as long as a land. George, keeping a one-lander, said the rest of the hand is strong enough. We can work off of it. And, I mean, honestly, if he draws another land, it's pretty fine. Tap Steam Vent, say go. Hollowed Fountain. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. How do you feel about the Lord of the Rings cards? Do you like the fact that the set is modern legal? I know it's a contentious point that the cards are modern legal. I know some people are excited about it because they love Lord of the Rings, and that's an awesome thing. You know, I'm happy for you. And I know some people would have preferred it to be like a Commander set. And I also understand that. Your points are valid. There's a Sanctifier and Vec coming down from George here. Going to exile all black and red cards from the graveyards, and then any black or red card sent to the graveyard would be exiled instead. It also, I think, has protection from black and red. This card does a lot. Yeah, it is pro black and red. Alright, we're going to cycle. Get the draw card. Getting rid of that Architects of Will. I don't know how Living End beats. I mean, there are non-black and red stuff. Like, Striped Riverwinder is a 6/7 that's blue. Huge creature. Alright, let's go to turn fetching. Getting a tapped Water Grave here. Alright, fetches with a Misty Rainforest. The tap 4 for a Grief here. Rips the Urza away. We're up to 3 Metallic Rebukes. So things are not resolving. Alright, Sword of the Meek. Alright, Force Litigation here. Exiling the Thopter Founder. Shaka pays 1, that way George does not draw a card. George leaving the Sanctifier back, that way the Grief cannot attack. Cycling Street Wraith down to 11 here. George still stuck on 2 lands. Cycling an Architects. Actually, I don't know. That's not Architect's Will. I don't know what card that is. That one's Architect's Will. I got a Swamp Cycle here. Alright, Sword of the Me getting equipped here to Esper Sentinel. Let me get a 2-2. Swinging in for 4 damage. I wonder if Shaka will take the trade. Does it make it a 2-2? Actually, don't. I feel like it is, because the whole thing is being equipped to 1/1s. +1/+2. Nice, okay. So the 2/3 Esper Sentinel does die still to Grief blocking it, as we see. Alright, Chaga passes the turn. Equip and swing. Springleaf Drum. George can cast Metallic Rebuke by using the Talisman to make blue, and then tapping the 2 artifacts to pay for it. We'll take a point of damage to do so. There's the Rebuke. Stern Forge. Goes and gets probably Nettle Cyst here. I don't know. That or Cauldron, really. Both kind of feel like overkill. But I don't know if there's a world where the Sanctifier doesn't kill Shaka. But hey, you never know. The Cascade spell gets through, right? 3. He has 6 mana? 2, 4, 6, yeah. Double Rebuke kills him, but can he double Rebuke? I don't think so. Architecture is going to get rebuked. And lethal will be swung here. And George will take it 2-0 over Shaka with Thopter Blade. Have a good day, folks. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you greatly.